How to create a CV in Canva for beginners. Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how you can create your own resume or curriculum vitae or CV in Canva. Now, we all know that Canva is a great design tool for presentations, ebooks, and much more. But did you know that you can actually create a successful CV with templates using Canva? Additionally, I'll also be showing you guys how you can upload your CV on LinkedIn as well. Because on LinkedIn, when you view your profile, you directly don't have the option to upload your CV, but I'm going to show you guys how. So to get started, just head on over to canva.com and search for CV. Now, you have two ways you can do this. You can either do it in the form of a Word doc or Canva doc, or you can also just do a blank CV. And you will see there are a bunch of different templates. Now, I'm going to talk about what makes a successful CV and what is going to be awful for your brand. Now, CVs like this are not good at all. These types of templates are not honestly gonna land you anywhere. Firstly, you don't want to include a picture unless it is related to the type of job you have. So, unless you're like a model or you have something related to the fact that your, visual appearance matters. Otherwise, you don't want to include a picture. So for models, obviously you want to include pictures, headshots, and all that, but for any other type of CV, you don't want to do that. Now, instead, I'll show you guys what a successful CV often is called. So this is the type of CV which actually lands you in successful places. Now, this just has some basic sections and a really straight and direct structure. This includes work experience, education, projects they have worked on, as well as any achievements. Now, to build this using Canva, you can actually scroll on Canva and you're actually going to find some templates like this. This one is really nice. It includes a summary, work experience, education, key skills. You're obviously going to customize that and you can add more detailed information. So there's also this one over here where we can, edit this and alter this. I'm going to just click on customize this template, and I'm pretty sure this is a free template, so you guys can also use this as well. We're going to zoom in, and firstly, now a few custom changes that I'm going to make for my personal styling is to select the top section where it displays the name and all the basic information, and I'm just going to click on the alignment on the top and make it center aligned. This is not necessary. This just goes for my personal preferences. After that, you can just do a double click and then you're going to replace the name and you're going to add your number, email address. And one thing to note is that you don't want to include your full city. So you just want to add the city name. That is it. You don't want to include your personal details in a way that you're writing down your full address. You just need to include the city and that is it. Now, once we've done that, it's time to build our first section. Now, the first section, what I recommend should always be a summary. Now, what should a summary entail? Well, a lot of people often, try to write their summary where they are just including a very generalized description. No, in your summary, you want to be very specific. As you guys can see in this particular template over here, it has highlighted the things that the person has done. So you want to highlight these. Now, after that, another difference that I like to usually have in comparison to the template we just saw is that instead of listing your education as the first thing, I like to list job experience. So I usually do like to go with experience instead of listing out our educational experience. The reason for that is because oftentimes recruiters are more so focused on what type of actual real life experience you have. And additionally, if this is your first or second job, you can definitely write your education as the first pointer. But if you have been working for quite a while, you should honestly write your experience first. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a pretty large section for most people. So what you're going to do is we're just gonna delete some of these from here, and you can write the dates alongside each individual job, or you can write a general work experience date. So you can either list this as work experience or you can write it as professional experience. Once you do that, you can, write up all the places you have worked at like this. And we're just going to ensure the structure by doing a simple click, and this would display all the section, you know, how the section is structured. So let's say you have this much work experience, and then after that, I'm just going to add another divider. Now I'm just going to copy this simple straight line, and I'm going to place it right under where the experience ends. After that, I am going to add education. Now, education still is going to be a important section to add, so make sure to add that over here like this. And then after that, we have education and certifications, extracurriculars. Now, for a work-based resume, these sections are pretty irrelevant. Instead of creating these two sections, you can actually create a key skills or key competencies. So we can write key skills, and you will see on the template resume, these skills are listed right on top as well. After that, other than your key skills, you can also write your achievements, and this will help you in ensuring that your recruiters are able to see your professional and work highlights. Now, a lot of people ask, hey, how do recruiters cross check all this? Well, they don't. And that is one thing to keep in mind. You want to be able to convey the message of what you achieved in a really effective way. So you don't want to write in your achievements that you helped in the workplace or helped do something. Instead, make it very specific and write down metrics. Metrics are so important. So let's say you helped complete a project 50 days early, or you managed a team of 10 people and completed this project. These are metrics that are quantifiable that you want to try to include, especially in your summary as well as your achievements. Once completed, click on share on the top right and then click on download, and you can download your Canva resume or Canva CV as a PDF. From here, if you want to upload this onto LinkedIn, simply go into your LinkedIn account and then click on me on the top right, then click on settings and privacy. Then you're going to click on data privacy on the left. Once you click on data privacy, scroll down and you're going to see your job application settings. So open up your job application settings, and over here, you have the option to share your resume with recruiters. So you can just turn this on and then click on upload resume and upload your resume over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries, leave those in the comment box down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say.